The Singapura cat. The Singapura is the smallest cat breed, noted for its large eyes and ears, ticked coat, and blunt tail. Reportedly established from 3 drain cats imported from Singapore in the 1970s, it was later revealed that the cats were originally sent to Singapore from the US before they were exported back to the US. Investigations by the Cat Fanciers Association concluded no wrongdoing, and the Singapura kept its status as a natural breed. Hi there, I'm Grace and welcome to Kitten's Corner. Here we'll talk everything cats, for cat lovers, just like yourselves. If you haven't already, please be sure to paw that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and ring that bell to be notified of future videos. Before we continue, how about a quick trivia? Which of the following is true about Singapura cats? A. They are one of the largest cat breeds. B. They are one of the smallest cat breeds. C. They are not from Singapore. What do you think? Leave your answer in the comments below. Hang in there, and we'll get to the answer to this trivia question at the end of the video. So, let's take a further look into the Singapura cat. History. In 1975, after working in Singapore, Tommy and Hal Meadow returned to the US with what they say were 3 local brown-ticked cats. These 3 cats, a pair of male and female kittens from the same litter, and another young female, were the foundation used to establish the Singapura. The breed takes its name from the Malay name for Singapore. In 1981, a breeder visited Singapore and chanced upon a cat fitting the profile of the Singapura in the local Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The cat was imported to the US and adopted into the breeding program. The Singapura was accepted for registration by the TICA in 1979 for championship competition, and by CFA in 1982, and granted championship status in 1988. During this period, breeders found that the occasional litter would have a solid-colored kitten caused by the recessive gene for solid color. In a desire for the Singapura to breed true, many breeders chose to do test matings to pinpoint and remove from their breeding programs individuals with the recessive gene. It was discovered that 2 of the 3 foundation cats carried this gene. Controversy. In 1987, while on a cat-finding trip to Singapore, American breeder Jerry Mays discovered importation papers that revealed that the 3 foundation cats were taken into Singapore from the US in 1974. Lucy Coe, a friend of Mays, made efforts to correct the history of the Singapura presented by the Meadows, but that went relatively unnoticed until 1990, when the Singapore Tourist Promotion Board started a campaign to use the Singapura as a national mascot. Reporter Sandra Davy was informed of the discrepancy and published an article about it in the Straits Times national broadsheet. Because the cats were registered as Abyssinians in the import certificates, and because the Meadows had been breeders of Abyssinian, Burmese, and Siamese, some have speculated that the Singapura is a Burmese/Abyssinian cross. It has even been described as such by CFA judges. The resemblance of some Burmese/Abyssinian cross to the Singapura, and the Singapura's small litter size, which is uncommon in natural breeds, added more doubts to the Meadows story. The CFA investigated the incident at the request of a Singapura breed club. In the investigation, Hal Meadow told the investigation board that the 3 cats were grandchildren of 4 local cats he sent back to the US during a previous sensitive business trip to Singapore in 1971, contradicting the Meadows' earlier claim of the foundation cat's origin. Apparently, Tommy Meadow lied about it to conceal the secret trip. The CFA found no wrongdoing and kept the Singapura's status as a natural breed. CFA's Joan Miller said that whether they made it on the streets of Singapore or whether they made it in Michigan, it doesn't really matter. Referring to the cat picked up from the SPCA in 1981, she said that in addition, there is at least 1 documented cat that is behind many Singapura pedigrees, and it was picked up at the pound. Even with none of the cats, the Meadows brought, and we still have a legitimate cat from Singapore behind our Singapuras. Recent studies in 2007 based on feline DNA showed that there are very few genetic differences between the Singapura and Burmese, adding support to the claim that the Singapura is not a natural breed. Random-bred cats have higher overall genetic diversity than purebred cats. Singapura has one of the lowest heterozygosity values in purebred cats. The Southeast Asian breeds, including Singapura, form a distinct grouping, and at the opposite end of the genetic spectrum from the Western breeds, as depicted by the FCA. Singapuras in Singapore. The Singapore Tourist and Promotion Board decided to use the breed as a tourism mascot after CFA concluded its investigation. The name Kacinta is an amalgamation of the Malay words cucking and cinta, and taken from the winning entry in a naming competition. Incidentally, Kacinta also means the one I love in Malay. The Singapore River can find sculptures of the Singapura. While brown cats with ticked coats can occasionally be seen, few if any resemble the Singapura, with the majority of cats being bobtailed tabbies, tortoiseshells, or bicolor, and the move by the STPB is seen by locals to be an advertising move based on the popularity of the breed among tourists at that time. In 2004, the Singapore Zoo hosted a temporary exhibit of Singapura cats to celebrate the nation's 39th National Day. Their owners loaned 4 Singapura cats for the event. Personality. The CFA describes Singapura as active, curious, and playful. They are affectionate and desire human interaction. They tend to perch on high places to allow them a better view of their surrounding. Singapura is playful and smart and enjoys dog-like games such as fetch. Before we wrap up, let's get back to our trivia question. Which of the following is true about Singapura cats? If you haven't guessed it yet, the answer is B. They are one of the world's smallest cat breeds, maxing out at a size of 4 to 6 pounds. Well, that's all we have for the Singapura cat. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know your thoughts and leave a comment below. We'll see you next time on Kitten's Corner.